Hey, Mia, I've decided to get married to your little sister Maddie. I no longer want to stay married to you. Goodbye.
Ryan? What did you just say? You're just joking, right?
I'm not joining at all. Maddie is currently pregnant with my child. I'm so happy that I'm finally going to become a father. I've been looking forward to this moment for such a long time. I can't wait for the moment when I get to hold my own daughter in my arms.
Wait, hold on a minute. I'm struggling to process everything that you just told me. I have no idea what to even say to you right now.
Why are you sounding so angry? This is great news for me. I'm gonna be a father.
It's not good news at all. So you're telling me that you've been cheating on me with my own little sister?
I guess that's one way you could say it.
What other way is there to say this? It's pretty clear that you've cheated on me. I can't believe that you even managed to get her pregnant.
I wasn't cheating on you. It's just that I finally managed to find the person I was destined to be with. It wasn't you in the end, it was Maddie. She was the one that I was meant to be with.
Are you an idiot? What you did was a textbook example of cheating.
I don't care what happened in the past anymore. Anyway, I want to get a divorce from you. I also want you to move out, if possible.
Did you really think that I would accept all of this and just move out?
You have no right to decline this divorce. It's kind of your fault after all. I had to do this because you weren't able to get pregnant. There's something seriously wrong with your body.
Oh, don't make assumptions like that. I went to the hospital to check if there was a reason I'm not pregnant. They told me that there was nothing wrong with me and that I was perfectly fertile. I told you this so many times.
I don't care what the doctors told you. You didn't manage to get pregnant even after being with me for such a long time. The hospital must have messed up or something.
How do you know that you weren't the problem? I might not have been able to become pregnant because of you.
There is absolutely no way it is my fault. I'm very confident about my skills in bed. It's definitely your fault. I can't believe that you're trying to blame this on me.
Oh, you're disgusting. I can't believe that you're saying that about yourself.
Are you getting jealous of me because I'm going to become a parent? It's a shame that you're never going to be able to have your own child.
You're really starting to annoy me now.
You can say what you want about me. I'm really glad that I managed to find a younger woman than you. I'm glad that I could escape from a 40-year-old grandma like you.
Maddie isn't that much younger than me. What you're saying makes no sense.
She's only 39 years old. If you round down her age, she's basically 30 years old. That's 10 years younger than you.
What kind of calculation is that? Who rounds down to 30 from 39? Oh, you really are a huge idiot. She's only 1 year younger than me.
I really can't be bothered to argue with you about this. I have better things to be doing. I've already told you what I wanted to say to you. I'm gonna marry Maddie and start a lovely family with her. We can't wait for our daughter to be born. She's gonna be called Love Angel.
What?
We decided that she's gonna be called Love Angel. We named her that because we're gonna love her and she's gonna be such a cute angel when she's born. It's a beautiful name, right?
Oh, you guys are crazy. I think there's something seriously wrong with your brain right now. Let's talk about all this once you've calmed down a little.
What are you talking about? I am very calm right now. I wouldn't be able to think of such a lovely name if I wasn't calm.
Oh, I've had enough of talking to you right now. Would you hurry up and come home so we can talk about this face to face? I'll also make sure to pour a bucket of cold water on you so you can finally decide to wake the hell up.
Actually, I'm not going to be coming home until you've moved out of the house.
Well, I'm not going to move out until we've talked about this face to face, so you better start coming home right now.
I know that you don't want to accept the reality. I can understand why you would want to stay with me. A 40-year-old grandma like you isn't going to be able to find another man to marry.
I don't want to stay with you at all. I just want to talk things out, face to face.
I'm sorry, but there is no way you're going to be able to stay with me. Maddie is pregnant with my child. She's the one that's going to be living with me from now on. You should give up and just move out.
I'm telling you that we need to discuss a lot of things, even if we're going to get a divorce.
Stop making excuses and get out of my house. You're an ugly piece of trash. I don't even want to see your face anymore. You're a complete failure that can't even get pregnant. You're also so old that I don't find you attractive anymore.
Why are you insulting me like this all of a sudden?
I thought that you would want to get a divorce from me once I insult you this much.
Oh, you really are so pathetic. We're not children anymore. We have to talk this out like adults.
I want a divorce from you. Nuff said. I want a divorce now. No more discussion.
Now you're becoming even worse. Aren't you a full-grown adult?
Divorce. 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 Do you know this word that I just spelled out for you?
Oh my god, I give up. I'll do as you say then. You want to get a divorce, right?
Yes, that's what I've been saying. You can't take it back now. We're definitely getting divorced now. You can't come crying back to me later, okay? This is a final decision.
There's no way I'm going to come crying back to you.
I'm gonna bring back divorce papers for us to fill in. Make sure you get out of the house as soon as you sign it.
So you're telling me to move out today? There's so much that we need to talk about. What are we going to do about all of our shared belongings and savings? What about the divorce settlement and alimony you're going to pay me?
I have no intention of paying or giving you anything.
It's not going to work like that. You're not going to get a divorce from me for free.
Why do you even need the money? You're already working a full-time job, right? Your own little sister is pregnant and gonna be giving birth soon. You should be the one paying us money and giving us a gift as congratulations.
I really don't get how your mind works. I can't believe that I was married to someone this dumb.
I'm not dumb. This is all your fault. If your body worked like a normal woman, I never would have had to sleep with Maddie. I just really wanted to become a father. It wasn't possible for me to achieve my dream with you. You should be complaining about your own body.
My husband, Ryan, came back to the house with a paintball gun in his hand. He told me that he would shoot paintballs at me if I didn't sign the divorce papers. That's when I realized how crazy he had become. I just decided to do as he says, as I had no idea what he would try to do. I signed the divorce papers and handed it to him. After receiving the divorce papers from me, he proceeded to shoot the paintball gun at all my belongings and clothes. I was really scared and grabbed a few of my most important belongings before running away from the house. As I was leaving the house, a company that replaces door locks was already working on changing the lock to the front door. I realized that I would no longer be able to enter that house ever again. A few days later, I hired a lawyer so that we could discuss how we would split our joint savings and how much compensation fees he would have to pay me. However, both Ryan and Maddie decided to ignore me and my lawyer completely. They had already terminated the contract of the house we used to live in and had disappeared completely. Me and Ryan were actually saving up to build a house for our family. We had saved up around $250,000, but he has taken all that money and just disappeared. I was married to him for 12 years. Oh, I really can't believe how this marriage came to an end. I'm already 40 years old, so I was planning to spend the rest of my life with him. I think that this is one of the worst ways a marriage could end. I was so frustrated with what he had done to me. However, I realized that I had to move on. I tried to forget about what he had done to me completely. I wanted a new start in life, so I decided to move very far away. I was planning to try forget about this horrendous marriage completely. However, I suddenly had an opportunity to get revenge on Ryan and Maddie out of nowhere.
Hey, Mia, I was so surprised to see you today. I really didn't expect to run into you at a place like that.
I'm sorry, but who is this?
Oh, you're joking, right? Come on, don't be like that. It's only been 2 years. There's no way that you've forgotten about me.
You sound like a creepy person. I think I'm just going to block you.
Well, wait, don't block me. I'm not a stranger to you. I'm your ex-husband that you used to love so much. It's Ryan.
Oh, I still think I'm going to block you.
You're so antsy as always. Why are you threatening to block me already? You should let me know about the miserable life you're currently living. I had to get a divorce from you because you were unable to get pregnant. What a huge failure.
Seems like you haven't changed it at all. You're still the rude and arrogant piece of trash that cheated on me.
What did you just call me? You should show me more respect. I'm a father now. Both my wife and my daughter loves me.
Oh yeah, I just remembered the horrendous name that you gave your daughter.
We actually didn't go with the name that we had planned. We decided to call her Isabel instead. Maddie told me that she would divorce me if we didn't name our daughter Isabel.
She's also a piece of trash, but I think she made a very good decision.
I really wanted to name her Love Angel, though. It was such a good name. I don't really mind, though. I'm really happy with my life right now.
I'm so glad that your daughter wasn't named that. She doesn't deserve that happening to her.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm more curious about you, actually. You must have gone insane. Why were you shopping for baby accessories?
What's wrong with that? How does that make me insane?
Did you chase us all the way to this faraway town? Are you planning to do something to us? I'm starting to get a little scared.
I did not chase you guys here. I had no idea you guys even moved here. I just happened to go to that shopping mall today because I had some things that I wanted to buy. I did not think that I would end up running into you.
Are you really sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. I had no way of knowing that you guys had moved here. Both of you blocked my contact number and completely disappeared.
You could have hired a detective or something.
I didn't have any money to hire a detective. You took all of our savings with you when you disappeared.
Didn't you have any of your own savings from when you were single?
I had moved half of my own savings into the joint bank account that we shared. Do you remember we were saving up money to buy a house? I had to use the rest of my savings up to start a new life. I had to pay a lot of money for a new apartment room and had to buy all the furniture from scratch again.
Well, that sucks. We managed to buy a huge house with the money that we had saved up. Me and Maddie are living a very happy life together with our daughter, Isabel.
So, you guys bought a house with that money?
Yeah, we did. I'm pretty happy with the house that we purchased. It's really close to the station and all the stores in town.
That sounds convenient. Does your house have a red roof?
Huh? The roof is an orangish brown. Our postbox is bright red, though. We also have a pretty nice backyard.
What's the front yard look like?
It's just a regular driveway. We both have a car. Mine is red and Maddie's is blue.
That's a lot of information to tell me. Sounds like a great house. It also sounds very expensive. I'm guessing that you guys had to get a loan?
Actually, the loan's not that bad. I managed to pay for most of the cost up front. We had saved up around $250,000 after all. I also work a decent full-time job, so we don't really have any financial problems at all. We actually have a lot of money that we spend on vacations and nice clothes for our daughter.
Isn't she still 2 years old?
Yeah, she's almost turning 2 years old. We still like to give her some nice clothes. I'm planning to spend the rest of my life in this house with my lovely family. Oh, I'm so happy with how my life turned out.
Let's hope that your life keeps on going this smoothly then.
Your life must be so miserable right now. I bet that you're gonna die alone eventually. It's gonna be really lonely once you start getting older.
I'm actually very content with my life right now. There's absolutely no need for you to worry about how I'm doing.
There's no need to lie to me about this. I know that you're not content with your life. I bet that you're really jealous after hearing about my life.
You can say whatever you want about me. I'm not going to let your words affect my mood. I think I'm going to get going now. I have better things to do than talk to you. I've also heard enough from you.
Enough from me? What are you talking about?
You don't need to worry about it at all. Continue enjoying your life.
You really must have gone crazy. I have no idea what you're talking about. Hey, what the hell is this?
So, it seems like you finally received it. I'm glad that it arrived safely.
Why did you send me an invoice? What is all of this? Emotional damages?
I sent it to you because you didn't pay me anything when we got divorced. More than half the money that you took with you was mine. You're not getting away with treating me the way you did. I have a lawyer. I have every right to sue you two for what you did.
It's already been 2 years since we got divorced from each other. There is no way you can ask me for all this money. It's already too late.
Unfortunately, you're wrong about that. I can still sue you as long as it's within 3 years after the incident happened. You also appeared without sharing our joint savings from when we were married. I can claim half of it as long as it's within 2 years since the divorce. I have a right to half of that money.
I had no idea about that.
You were so close to getting away with this. I think in 2 months' time it would have been 2 years since we got the divorce. I'm really glad that I ran into you while I could still claim my money from you. I really can't believe my luck.
How did you know where I lived, though? I don't understand how you managed to mail these invoices to me.
You were the one that basically told me where you lived when we talked last month.
Wait, what? I didn't do that, did I?
You told me you lived right next to the station. You said that your house had an orange-brown roof and a bright red postbox. You even told me the color of the cars that you and Maddie own. It didn't even take me a day to find out where you guys lived.
So that's why you were saying that you had heard enough from me. Now I finally understand why you were talking so weirdly. You were tricking me into telling you where I lived.
I wasn't doing anything like that. You told me all this information without me even asking for it.
Oh, you piece of work. I can't believe you would do this to me.
I went and hired a lawyer right away after I finished talking to you, and now, here we are.
So, does that mean you were traveling to different towns and cities to find us? You're such a stalker.
There is no way I would do such a thing. I told you that it was just a huge coincidence.
I really find that hard to believe. I met you at a store that sells baby accessories. There's no reason for you to be in a store like that.
You should stop making assumptions like that. I have a husband and a child.
Wait, what did you just say?
Although my child isn't born yet, I'm pretty far into my pregnancy, though.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're making up stories like that. There's no way what you just said is true. I think it's pathetic that you've started making up lies like that.
I'm not lying at all. Remember that day we bumped into each other last month? My parents-in-law decided to buy us a crib at that shopping mall.
So that's why you were at the store for baby accessories. Wait a second. It didn't look like you were pregnant when we met. This must all be a lie. I almost believed you for a second.
You don't have to believe me, but everything I'm telling you is true. I'm 4 months pregnant now, and I'm starting to show. I was wearing a big coat when we bumped into each other, so that's probably why you didn't notice.
You can stop joking around now. You're infertile, so there's no way that you're actually pregnant. This was the reason why I decided to choose Maddie instead.
I told you so many times that there's nothing wrong with me. I even went to the doctors to get myself checked. They told me I was perfectly fertile.
So what you were saying was true then? I thought that you were telling me lies so that I would stay with you.
Of course I was telling the truth. I even managed to become pregnant to prove that there's nothing wrong with me. Do you understand what this means?
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Why do you think that me and you were unable to have any children?
That's probably because we just didn't suit each other very much.
You really don't want to admit that it might have been you that's infertile.
There's no way I'm infertile. I managed to get Maddie pregnant. I already have my own daughter.
I actually saw Maddie and your daughter when I was trying to find your house. They didn't notice me, but I knew it was them for sure. Isabel looks nothing like either of you.
Wait, what? You saw them? Isabel's only 1.5 years old right now. She's probably gonna start looking more like me as she gets older.
Well, you better hope that's what happens. I really feel like I've seen your daughter's face before somewhere.
What are you talking about?
She really reminds me of someone I know. I just can't quite remember who it is.
Stop making up nonsense like this. I know that you're doing this to try and scare me.
Oh, I finally remember who it looks like now. Isabel shares so many facial features with a fitness instructor that works at the gym Maddie used to go to.
What are you trying to say? Isabel is my child. I'm the father.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Maddie kept on showing me photos of that gym instructor. She went on and on about how hot he was. I think she was flirting with him every time she went to the gym.
This is all just a lie you made up to make me worry. There is no way my daughter looks like another man.
Why don't you take a look at the website for the gym I'm talking about? There are photos of the instructor I'm talking about on the website.
I am not going to believe this at all. This has to be a made-up story. I really don't want to believe this. I guess I'll just check the website just in case. No way! You were telling me the truth.
See, I told you. Isabel looks just like him.
That's just a coincidence, I think. Some strangers can look like each other even when they're not related.
Take a look at the photo of the instructor again. Have you seen the bracelet he's wearing in those photos?
That looks exactly like the one that Maddie wears all the time. She told me that it's her favorite accessory, but she never told me where she got it from.
Looks like they bought the same one so they could have matching accessories. How cute of them.
It's just a coincidence. They just happened to buy the same bracelet. It really doesn't mean anything.
Oh, go ahead and tell yourself that if you really want to. You can keep on lying to yourself about this if you really want to. You're probably never going to be able to see Isabel like before, though. You're always going to have this doubt in the back of your head. She might not be your child.
Don't say that to me. You're not thinking about my feelings at all.
Oh, I don't care about your feelings. You obviously didn't care about me when you cheated on me and disappeared.
What do you think I should do if Isabel isn't my real child? I'm starting to think that she's not my child at all.
Well, that's not my problem to solve. You can go and have a discussion with Maddie about this, and I'm happy as long as you pay me all the money that you owe me. I want $30,000 as alimony. The divorce was due to your emotional abuse and cheating. It's only fair. I also want you to return $125,000. This is exactly half the amount of money that we saved up in our shared bank account.
That's not what we're talking about right now.
I don't care. This is what's important to me right now.
Do I really have to pay you that much money? That's a lot of money.
So you didn't even read the invoice that I sent you? My lawyer listed out very clearly the amount of money that you would have to pay me.
Can you not see that I'm in no situation to be paying you back? My life is falling apart right in front of me. I have more important matters to think about. I don't want to have to pay you right now.
I don't care about your family troubles. I just want the money that you owe me.
Do you not understand how I'm feeling at all? You should be feeling sorry for me.
Why? The only people that I really care about are my husband and unborn child.
Oh, don't be like that. I used to be your husband too. You should still care for me.
Oh, getting married to you was the biggest mistake of my life. There is no way I would ever care for you again. I feel so sick just thinking about you.
I cannot believe you would say that about me. I really don't understand why I'm in such a terrible situation right now.
You put yourself in this situation. You completely deserve all of this happening to you.
Could you at least reduce the amount of money that I have to pay you? I really don't have the money to pay you back the full amount.
I am not going to reduce the amount of money that you owe me, not even by a single dollar. I'll be looking forward to receiving the money from you then. I wonder what I should buy with all that money.
My life is ruined now. I can't believe I had to bump into you after all this time. My life was so perfect up until I met you again.
It felt so good to finally get my revenge. I sued Maddie and Ryan for $30,000 each for all the emotional damage they caused to me. I also asked Ryan to return half the money from our joint savings account. It came out to be around $125,000. Neither of them didn't have enough money to pay me back, so they had to borrow a lot of money, and they're both in debt right now. Maddie and Ryan ended up getting a divorce within the next few months. Ryan became very depressed as his life had fallen apart all of a sudden, and he ended up having to quit the company he worked for as he couldn't get out of bed in the mornings. He was unable to pay the loans for his house and ended up having to sell it. Maddie wasn't doing so well in life either. The gym instructor that she had her daughter with was actually married. His wife found out and decided to make Maddie's life a living hell. She went to every social circle Maddie was in and tormented her in front of everyone. Maddie became paranoid that people were talking about her constantly and became a recluse. No one knows what happened to her, but none of the rumors are good. Isabel ended up getting adopted as neither Maddie nor Ryan could take care of her. Luckily, she was adopted by a wonderful family and is currently living a happy life in a faraway city. I managed to give birth to a very healthy baby boy. I'm looking forward to the future with my husband and my newborn son. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.